Hi, Ben.
Hello.
You going for a drink? Do it.
Yeah,
Welcome, everybody. Glenn and Ben here from Good Movie Monday with one of our Tuesday night reaction videos. We are prone to doing these after seeing some movies at preview screenings, and we are
around the country, not just in
Um,
Melbourne.
We are reacting to Ty West's new film X.
I had a fucking great time at this screening, Glenn. How about you?
I'm angry. Didn't get to this screening, and that's not for lack of trying. I spent three and a bit hours in traffic, most of which was gridlocked on a freeway, because of a fucking accident. And
So somebody died to stop you from getting to the screening.
all I kept thinking was someone better have died. Like, really.
Funny enough, this reminds me of the screening of Those Who Wish Me Dead, except I spent 3 hours sitting at home in front of the TV, not realizing that I
Oblivious.
wasn't supposed to be there.
So I left. Well, I was supposed to leave early. I was going to because I thought there's going to be football traffic tonight, and I'm going to have to contend with that. So that was my plan. Then I got a message. Can you pick someone up? You know, like, oh, I'll be pushing it, but look, okay, not a problem. So if I hadn't picked that person up, I probably, might have made it on time. But then, like, not only do I get through this fucking gridlock, so this is what the video is going to be. I got through that gridlock only to hit that football traffic that I was dreading. And I got through the football traffic, and you messaged me, and you're like, movie started? Motherfucker. I don't walk into movies after they've started. I don't do that, particularly when it's a movie. Like, usually the opening sequence is the most important part of the film. Usually.
Yeah, look,
I
I
just
wouldn't
don't do it.
I wouldn't say that that's the case in this one. Although, no, look, it does. Look, it does. It has a lot of callbacks. And I will say this, for my money, so far, and we are only in March.
Don't say what.
And full disclosure, Monster Pictures are releasing X in New Zealand. So you could say, I wouldn't say I'm biased. I don't think it's got anything to do with it because we release a lot of movies I don't like. But I will say, I think it's definitely so far the best horror film of 2022. It is amazing.
So not only did I miss the film, I missed an assignment. Like, this was actually something I was supposed to cover.
Yeah, right.
And apparently A24 don't do screeners for press, and therefore I can't catch up on it to get this article done.
Well, I'll just tell you what happened.
They fucked me over. Like, the traffic, whoever crashed that fucking car fucked me over, because then I also had to contend with traffic home. And do you know what petrol prices are like right now? Anyway. Tell me about it, but don't spoil it.
That's what it is. It's amazing. If you haven't seen the trailer, it's basically about a group of adult entertainment performers who head off into the wilds of Texas, where they've rented a kind of a cabin on this farm property to shoot a porno. And but then the owners, the old couple who own the farm, get a bit weird. Mm-hmm. Things get weird. I don't want to say any more than that.
Sure.
I don't want to spoil anything.
I appreciate
for
that.
it.
I know what it's like to be on the other end now.
Yeah, it does. It stars Martin Henderson. It's shot in New Zealand. I did not pick it. I thought 100% for me, it looked like it was all in Texas.
Does Sam Elliott know about this?
I don't know. He'd be very upset. I'm not buying it, man. It looks great. The soundtrack is amazing. The performances are all great. And I will say this, so that's 3 films. Ty West, 3 films. Cronenberg, you know what his thing is. It's body horror.
Yep.
Ty West, we know what his thing. We know it's like he watched Return of the Living Dead, and in that scene where Trash is telling the punk guy what her greatest fear is, and that's being torn apart by old people. Ty West, he saw that and he went, old people, you're right, they're fucking gross. And I'm terrified of them. And so that's because House of the Devil, it's old people are the antagonists. Mm-hmm. Innkeepers, the dead people are old people.
Yeah.
And now X, it's the oldies. And he's in my opinion, he's showing M. Night Shyamalan.
I was about to bring him
the
up.
Ding Dong what to do. Like, this is how you make an old people horror film.
The Visit was a pretty decent film as a micro or small budget film.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but yeah,
Do you think John Hewitt should be pissed off at this film?
he's not in it.
No, John Hewitt made the movie X,
Yeah,
and it had a cover with the legs
Yep.
crossed exactly the same
exactly
way.
the same. He certainly did. But that's about prostitutes in King's Cross. So I think he's
and
got
having
nothing
said that, I'm pretty sure Adam McGowan's film Exotica had the same kind of poster as well.
as well. Yeah, and this is set in 1979, the year I was born.
And me.
It's a great look. It's just like it is. It's like a great 70s horror film. It's the film that Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We were talking about that. It's that film. It's how that film should have been.
Yeah, this
done.
is how
Like,
they
it
should
is-
do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
See,
It
that's
had that really cool vibe. Like, and Ty West does not fuck around. Like, it's the setup, and you know, I mean, it probably is a third of the way in, but when the shit starts, it fucking does not let off.
That's great.
It is amazing.
It's very hard to do these reaction videos when you haven't seen.
When you
the
haven't
film.
seen it.
And yeah, but
I usually spoil things for everyone.
but like you gotta love when you're someone like Ty West, your name becomes synonymous with the genre. Like, you know, I would love that as a filmmaker. Like, you know, if you have a name that kind of sounds cool and actually becomes something that people just associate horror with. You know, Eli Roth kind of as well.
And House of the Devil, funnily enough, House of the Devil is also like a throwback 70s exploitation film.
Yeah.
But I think from memory that there's no cell phones in
Well,
it,
we'll
so I'm
kind-
not
well-
sure when it's set.
We'll be talking about that on the first show of April because Melbourne Horror Film Society are screening it. So we will we'll talk about it. I don't know, we might do, I don't know, maybe devil worship films just to sort of...
That would be amazing. I'd
let's-
love
yeah,
that.
well, let's do that.
Maybe we'll watch I wanted to rewatch The Devil Rides Out.
I
again,
may
but-
have already briefed some people on that. I can't remember. We're doing it. All right. So X gets the thumbs up.
It does indeed. Check it out. It starts, I think it's in cinemas here next week.
Well, my assignment's gone, but I'll
And,
still catch it. I'll go and see it.
In New Zealand, April 7th.
April 7th. All right. Cool. Well,
Limited screenings around New Zealand, April 7th.
yes, and if you love sexy legs, it's got a cool poster.
And it's got a great car. And let me tell you, this isn't one of those Hollywood movies where they make movies about strippers and porn stars and no one gets naked. Everybody gets naked in this film.
Fantastic.
I think there's two women in the whole film, and no men who don't get naked.
Farmer's daughter, take one. I need to be famous, Wayne. All the best people are.
There ain't nobody else out there like you. You know why?
Why?
'Cause you got that X Factor. Our days of struggling may soon be over.
Hollywood, here we come.
So this is it. Our own studio backlot.
I'm looking for a place to stay.
Oh, yes, sir.
That's one ugly son of a bitch. And my wife, Pearl, is next door, so I would appreciate a little discretion.
He don't know what we're doing, does he?
Well, it's better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission.
Would you like to come inside?
Much obliged.
I want to be in the movie.
Well, you can't. The story can't just change midway through.
If Daddy catches us, there's no telling what he might do.
My wife is not well. It happens after dark.
Maxine? You don't want to leave, do you?
People's eyes are gonna pop out of their damn skulls when they see this. What? Are you alright?
No.
boys found this inside.
What do you think is on it?
I see one goddamn fucked up horror picture.